We got sad news for the Baltimore Ravens in terms of Lorenzo Taliaferro, excuse me. Um, he had passed away at the age of 28 in his hometown of Williamsburg, Virginia. He was transported to the Riverside Doctors Hospital at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm assuming this was yesterday because we got the news late yesterday. Where he was pronounced dead. His family member confirmed he died of a heart attack. Where it never said what family member exactly, but it did say that's how he was confirmed. He had died of a heart attack. Uh, a little background of him. He was a fourth round draft pick by the Baltimore Ravens in 2014. He put in 19 games for 2014 and 2016. He ran for 339 yards and scored 5 touchdowns, and he struggled to stay on the field due to injuries and ended each of his 3 seasons on the injured reserve. This was confirmed by York Paquiston Sheriff's Office and was written by Jameson Hensley of ESPN. Before I swing it over to Mario real quick, because he did go to Coastal Carolina, Mario's college, and hopefully my future college. I just want to reach out and say, may his soul rest in peace. Condolences to his friends and family, and my condolences also go out to the Baltimore Ravens organization. And as always, let's take a moment of silence. Thank you. Now let me bring it over to you, Mario. Let me hear your thoughts.
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, rest in peace in him, to him, and condolences to his family. Now, going on to his career, as like a Ravens running back, he really didn't have like an eye popping like career. I mean, I know he had himself like a really good game one day. I remember. Well, I know he had a game where he ran for 339 yards and he scored 5 TDs. That was a game, right? Oh no,
No, that was throughout 19
that was
games.
throughout 19 games. All right, so he really didn't. I'm sorry, my bad. So I'm reading your notes. So like he really didn't have like what you call a productive NFL career. I never really got to that. But I will say this for Coastal though, he is. I really do think he is a Coastal legend because I know because I mean I go to Coastal, so I mean I know I know how good the running backs are for Coastal, especially the senior running back for Coastal. His name is CJ Maribel. He's a very good player. So I know like how good they are, but he is just a Coastal running back legend. I mean, we're talking about a guy who ran for in 2013. He ran for 1,729 yards, 27 touchdowns. It was named the Big South Offensive Player of the Year in 2013 for Coastal Carolina. So I mean, you're talking about Coastal Carolina legends. That's the one right there. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, he holds those two records. He Big South Offensive Player of the Year. And honestly, when you walk in the Coastal, because I noticed so I can get more details. Other colleges I don't. But when you walk in the Coastal, right, you look at the stadium, and then under the stadium, it looks almost like a garage, like a mall garage. It looks almost like a mall garage. And when you go under it, there's like except that obviously there's no cars and there's bathrooms and like concession stands, you know. But there's kind of like I want to say poles. There's kind of like poles, and surrounding the
Right,
poles,
right.
it's a picture of like a Coastal Carolina football player, and like so they got Josh Norman, they got Mario Norman, they got which is Josh Norman's older brother in case people don't know. They got all these Coastal legends, and I mean you look at them, especially as a football player. If you walk through that garage, like as a fan, I look at it good, but as a football player, you probably walk through that garage and you see these Coastal legends, and I guarantee you some of these Coastal Carolina football players probably knew who this was. You know what I'm saying? They probably had a lot of information on how good he was for this Coastal Carolina football team. So I mean, for Coastal Carolina, he's a big football legend. You know what I'm saying? For Ravens, not so much. But I mean, as for Coastal Carolina, it connects to me more because obviously we go to the same college, or I went to the college that he went to. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I always have some type of connection to Josh Norman. So like, so I mean, that's the connection with me and him. With me and him, it's not like I know him or anything, but that's just a connection. But I mean, as for Coastal Carolina, he really did have a big impact when it came to Coastal Carolina football. And honestly, again, rest in peace to him and condolences to his family.